Wow! Thank you so much, Humania. Welcome to our studio. And please sit down with us. It's so good to have you here. By the way, we're back in our new show. This is the See the Stories that we all are waiting for to share. In our last hour, usually we share lots of different kind of stories apart from news that we have to share. And today it's all about Java Jazz and Humania, who's making a comeback, right? How are you guys doing?
We're good, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So basically, since we can't go to Java Jazz, we'll just bring Java Jazz to see today.
Why not?
Yes, the first day is going to be hard because we're working today. So
we still have 2 more days.
Yeah, we still have 2 more days. But since we're on the subject of Java Jazz, and you will be performing at the event, and we'll talk to you about your most recent comeback. But before that, to perhaps a lot of our citizens who are just viewing and just getting to know Humania, I know you guys were really big in the 90s, but how did the both of you start your music careers together?
It's a long story. We went to school in Sydney, Australia. We actually met there, me and Haru. Basically, we went to the same school. We went to TV and film production, and then we ended up making music.
Same school, but not in the same grade.
Not the same grade.
Got confused.
So we ended up making music, and back then we just basically want to make our own music, and we want to produce our own music.
Yeah.
And that's not easy. I mean, in Indonesia, there's certain system of the industry that we cannot just produce our music and release it back then independently. So we work together with a company, with Musik Studio, to release the album. So
get distributed, So basically, it's like our hobby, because like we're listening good music. Like when we were young, we used to like collect some CDs and not CDs,
tapes,
cassettes.
That's right. Don't you worry, we're still the cassette.
And we hunting some good music, and basically we like to discuss about the producers, artists, and everything. And from there actually we starting to making our own music, and thinking to get everything done back in Sydney. But still we have to produce what could work in Indonesia, because like basically we like to create our own style, but it's kind of hard to distribute it, because the distributor is who decide.
They get a say in it.
This is the what do you call it? The music that can be released or distributed, but we like to create our own taste. And
back then they said our music, our kind of music, is not going to be sell.
But then you proved them wrong.
Exactly. So we did it independently. I think it's one of the first band group that doing it independently.
I see. So what's the biggest challenge becoming a duo? And do you think there's a difference becoming a duo back then in the 90s and now? What's the biggest difference, and what's the biggest challenge?
I think we actually started as a duo producer. We that's how we look at it. Like we just want to produce our music, other artists' music, albums. So we started as a duo producers, and we wrote our own songs, our own music, and it's not that different. The only technology wise, it's much simpler now. It's much.
You can do independently now.
Everybody's
you
doing
can
it.
like just broadcast by your own, and back then.
But there's in technology wise, it is helping. The production cost is going to be less costly, because they can all do it in their own studio, home studio, and they don't have to really go to the actual studio. They just doing it in
studio,
their house, in their home studio. So but the other way is also marketing wise and distributing. A lot of people doing it independently. They distributed by independent labels now especially. There's no more physical
Yeah, everything
album
is on
release.
Yeah, all digital.
The physical album is only for collectible items for our merchandise for the artists. So they're doing it all digitally. So yes, it's basically, I won't say it's much easier. It's just a different ball game now.
Yeah.
We just have to make a lot of engagement with our own fans, and but then again, as an artist, usually we know who our listeners are,
Yeah.
where they go, and how they think. So we actually it's supposed
But
to be
still
much
less
easier.
effort.
Less
Starting from the studio back then, it's a lot of work. We have to
Yeah.
work with that's what Eki said, actual tapes and
Yeah,
very hard work,
analog tapes.
analog tapes. But now it's everything's digitalized, so it's
They only need hard disk.
and
That's right.
That's also true. That's also true. I mean, Mas Heru, just correct me if I'm wrong. You'll start answering my next question. Why not? Is that why it took you 19 years to make a comeback? Because now everything is much more,
used to with the old
yeah, it's much more easier. I mean, I see you now working the laptop and the synthesizers. It used to be a lot more difficult to do that, right?
It was, yes.
So,
This is not the reasons. It's actually because like, but see the thing from the last album in 1999, yeah, or 2000.
2000.
We actually still coming to the studio and produce some demos, but we're not really releasing it somehow because like I don't know, yeah. We just love doing it, but the idea is we like to create a whole album, which is which
With storytelling.
yeah, storytelling and everything, and that's probably will take some, consideration
yeah.
so much, and we get busy along the way also. So
Yeah, for almost 20 years, 19 years, we were busy doing other things, but we need that. I
Yeah,
mean, since we came back from Sydney, we're busy with Humania, and then we need to do other things so we can grow.
Yeah.
So Heru doing something else, and I'm doing Java Jazz actually.
Yeah.
I'm working with Java Jazz as program director and 3 other festivals.
Yeah.
So we were busy doing that, and busy producing other artists. But we're like, let's wait for Humania. We're gonna make a comeback in the right time. And I think 2019 is our moment. Yeah.
Yes.
We're trying to release new singles. All our album are released digitally and DSP, all DSP, so digital streaming platform. Because we haven't released it as a digital music back then. So that was the key point, yeah. And then we're going to do a tour, but then the pandemic.
That's right.
So we have to wait for 2 years, and now we come back again with. It's basically continuing our plans for Humania, and we evolve into a more. First of all, as a group, as a band, we're gonna perform more, and then we also evolve into a different world, like NFT world.
Yeah.
So
I was just going to mention that.
and we evolve into, we call it the Hums, as a NFT project, music project.
Right. You mentioned Java Jazz. We'll talk more about that later.
Sure.
But can I just try to make you choose? Do you like performing as Humania, or do you like being producers? Can you even choose which one you like better?
we love both, basically.
Love both.
Well, the fun thing about performing is actually that we are now in our band. We collaborate with the younger, very talented musician, very young, and that we get different spirit. Yeah, I mean different.
Yeah.
That's.
I think probably our fans knows Humania. Humania is not just music. There's a movement in it. That's why we call ourselves Humania. the spirit, the movement is about like presenting a different kind of music in Indonesia since way back 93, 94. And then it's not easy. I mean, this kind of music is, the industry says this kind of music won't sell, but we proved them wrong. And we built our own community, we built our own family trees, musician friends that fighting or presenting this kind of music. We have Malik in the Essentials, we have Berry Likumahua, we have our best friend Indra Lesmana, and Park Drive, Sofa. All these bands are in our circle. So, and now the music, the pop music in Indonesia is sort of like changing. If you remember back then in the 80s, late 80s or early 90s, the pop music is either pop rock or we call it pop cengeng. So
slow rock.
It's always like that. I think we need to present different kind of music, danceable music, more groove-oriented music. It's like, and there are markets for that. The A B class of Indonesian. It's like no labels producing music for this class of people. They only listen to international music.
Can I just say that when you guys came out in the 90s, I was like 10 or 11, but I do remember you guys, so this is pretty cool to have them here.
We're about the same age though.
We're like 14.
No, but I just wanted to say you are definitely choosing the right time to making a comeback, because perhaps you see that the music scenes are changing, as you mentioned before, and artists now have more liberty to express themselves, and there are also a lot more mediums, right? So just out of curiosity, you said one of your plans, apart from NFTs that I'm very curious about, Java Jazz is happening, and a lot more offline festivals are finally happening again after 2.5, almost 3 years now of hiatus. How do you feel about this? Are you excited to finally be able to continue your plans of touring again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been waiting for 2 years, but we have like a lot of plans with Humania after our comeback, and then suddenly we just have to stop. So
especially this Java Jazz performance probably would be the showcase,
the
for the
turning
new concept,
point.
turning point,
Because it's a fun fact. The last time in 2020. We performed twice in Java Jazz. That was before the pandemic.
That was the last festival. It was just the day. I remember. I remember because I was covering I remember I was covering the radio, and even that week we were already so nervous. Is it going to be canceled? And they made the statement, we're still going through, right? So how did that feel to be the last and now the first one to open again?
The story is funny because we performed on the Friday, the first day, and the second day. And the second day we were ready on the stage, behind the stage. It's like we are ready to perform. We were ready to perform. And 10 minutes before we got up on the stage, the rain went really strong, so it has to be canceled.
Oh no!
And for us, for the audience, it's like,
disappointing.
And then so now we perform, and but Dewi Gonta, she's being nice, keeping her promise to let us perform again. So at this
indoors,
time,
right?
Indoors.
What can we see from Humania for Java Jazz this year? Any special? What do you have for us?
Well, that's first of all, we collaborate with very, very talented musicians. So that's one of the concept,
But also, we have this unique, because I was the program director for 12 years, so I know what bands are performing with what concept, and I usually help them designing their concept. And this time, when David asked me, so what are you gonna perform, Ek? So I said, let me think of something. I think we're gonna play 14, 16 songs in 1 hour.
Wow.
So we would like to play our own music that never been played in the gigs and in the shows, in the concert, because usually if we perform, they always want us to play the same old song.
Yeah,
Of course.
true. Yes, yes, yes.
So we would love to play our other songs,
The song that we love, yeah, basically.
yeah, and we would like to perform it in front of the Java Jazz audience. So we create arrangement of music for 50 minutes, but it's like 14 songs.
Right.
Ah,
Usually, for 1 hour shows, it's only 8 or 9 songs.
that's right.
So we made a lot of remix,
Medleys,
yeah.
and mix.
It's very EDM-like. Very, very EDM-like how they very DJ-like and DJ set-like, where you have
That's the
like
vibe that
a
we
whole
like
set
to-
with the
yeah.
remixes. Yeah.
That's the vibe that we're gonna present. It's a party for us and for Java Jazz. I think we need to give huge respect for Java Jazz Festival
Salutation.
because it's not easy to organize this year's year
Yes.
festival.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I know the
Struggle is
struggle.
real.
Yeah.
So-
All right. Okay, so we'll talk more, and then we'll also have games for you. And Humania will perform also another single for us.
Yeah.
So, see the stories will continue after the break with more of Humania and the second performance. Don't go anywhere.